Arrive. 2 more breaths. At any point during this morning's practice, it becomes too much for you. You just need to take a break. You come back to this, you come back to a child's pose. It doesn't really matter. Just stay focused on doing you in here, and I'll just give you things to try, okay? Blink your eyes open. Take your feet to about the hips width distance apart. Fingertips are going to skim the backs of your heels. Actually, if you could have your block nearby, that would be great. You're not going to use it yet, but have it towards the side of you. Yeah. So you're just going to lift your hips up into a bridge. Just lift your hips up into a bridge. Don't use the block. Just lift your hips up into a bridge. When you do bridge, fingertips skim the backs of your heels. For some reason that doesn't feel good in your body, know that, take a little note that you can have your feet a little bit further forward for some of us with knee issues or lower back tightness, okay? Good, so you're in a bridge and you're just holding, and maybe you feel like you're not lifting a lot. Like, get over it. It's just, you're just lifting. You're breathing, you're holding, you're maintaining, you're finding some length from the tailbone to the back and the knees. Good. You're paying attention to your feet, your inner thighs, your outer thighs. You're wrapping your knees forward. So the longer you hold, the more you start to feel. The breath is flowing. Stay with it. Couple more breaths. Exhale the breath. You're going to slowly lower down. Slowly lower down. Do it slow, 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 slow. Great. Once the tailbone hits the ground, take a breath in. Take a breath out. Let it go. And then on the next exhale breath, you're going to lift up again. This time you're going to slide the block underneath the lower back to the lowest setting. Yeah, to the lowest setting. Yep. When you work with blocks, make sure it's not digging into your butt. Yeah, you got to kind of find the sweet spot with it. Perfect. You're in bridge now with the block under the lowest setting. That's it. You're going to lift your legs up into a tabletop position. So the legs lift to a tabletop position, which means you're creating somewhat of a 90-degree angle. I'm going to check you all out in a second and make sure the alignment's there. The hands lift behind the head. So now if your neck is kind of an issue, you're going to just keep your head down and do less there. If your neck is okay, the neck and the shoulder blades start to lift, but you're not jutting your chin towards your chest. You're looking up and your elbows are staying open. You immediately start to feel engagement of your core. So it's a small movement. We're going to take very slow bicycles, okay, with the block underneath the lower back, with the engagement of the core. So the right elbow is going to go towards the left side. It's not going to touch, and the right leg will extend out. You'll come back to neutral. You'll rebend into a tabletop, and you'll go the other direction. So it's not about how far you're going. It's about just creating the space. So that way, you're just moving nice and slow. The neck stays as neutral as you can. So just taking this subtle twist. That's it. And the slower you go, the more frustrating and annoying it is. I'm aware. And you're just moving, like you're moving through water. It sounded very Jersey. Yeah. Welcome to Jersey, Les. Welcome back. Just keep going. Moving on the breath, if you can, or holding your breath, and then you're going to suffer later. Good. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, you got it. 4, small movements. 3, 2, 1. Good. Come to neutral. Take your feet back down to the baby bridge. Let the head relax down towards the mat. The right leg's going to lift up. The right leg's going to lift up. Good. With keeping the block underneath if you can. For some reason, it's really driving you nuts. You get rid of it. The arms reach up over the top of the head. The left leg stays bent. Your arms are going to reach forward towards your right shin, and then you're going to lower everything down and let it hover. If you can do this with the neck kind of hovering from the ground, it's going to be more intense. The arms lift like you're going to touch the ceiling or the toes, and then you lower down. Everything hovers just like that. Neck can stay down if it's too much. You're going to reach up. Good. And then you're going to lower. Just like that. You're going to move at your own pace, engaging abdominal wall. The slower you move, the more you'll feel. Go for another 5. So every time you lower the arms back, opportunity to re-engage. Yep. Take 2 more. And on the last one, you'll keep the up position, so the arms and the legs staying lifted. And you're going to reach your arms towards the right in a prayer, and you're going to crunch for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come to neutral, right leg bends. Good. One more side. Left leg lifts. Arms come up over the top of the head. You're going to reach your fingertips towards your shin, engage the core, and then lower everything down. So you pick the distance that works for you. And then you pull it up and you create that length. And then you lower it down, just like that. Perfect. So it's slow, it's steady, it's isometric. It's not a lot of movement. That's the trick with working with this kind of stuff, is that you don't have to do a lot to feel. So focus on small things like the sides of your triceps, the side of your leg, the inner thigh, and keeping everything very long as you move. The block is there to give a little support, actually. And if it's too much, the hands go behind the head and you just make very small movements. Go for another 3. Perfect. Anchor that right foot. Elongate 2. Take one more on the up hold. Bring the hands to a prayer, reaching towards the left corner of the room and crunch that way. So it's an oblique movement. 1, 2, 3. Got it. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come to neutral. Bend your left leg. Good. Lift your hips. Slide the block out slow. Lower your hips down. Hug your knees towards your chest. Rock and roll like a little kid on a rubber mat. You get to rock and roll, rock and roll, rock and roll. Cross your ankles. Step to your first downward facing dog. Everyone looks really excited and happy to be here. Yep. I was saying I was waiting for the call. Where are you? I shut my phone off. Where are you? I'm hungry. Take up a lot of space on your mat. So your down dog is like a big letter V. Thumb, index finger, baby finger presses firm. Head hangs soft. Toes spread wide. Maybe you're tight through the backside of your body. Totally normal. Looks great too. And the center of your heel starts to drop towards the ground, or maybe your knees need to keep a nice bend. Breathe your hips way up off your shoulders this morning. Yeah. Let your head just detach from your body. I know that's easy for me to do. And just breathe right here. The pit of the belly draws in. Shoulders move away from your ears. Just giving you little tips. You'll probably hear about 2 out of 20 of them. So take what you need. Feel your breath, contain it. Breathe slow and steady. You'll be much better off throughout the practice. Roll forward to plank, lead with your heart. Yeah. The first dog to plank sometimes doesn't feel right. You need to walk it out. Yeah. So you want to stack up your body so your shoulders over elbows, elbows are over wrist. The pit of the belly draws in and up. Your hands firmly press into the mat. Your drishti, your gaze, maybe the front skinny edge of the mat. It's a good little sweet spot. Yes. And then scissor everything into the center line of the body as you kind of hold here. Your eyes fix on something that's not moving. Look forward just a tad, Jode. You're doing great. Hips go up and back, down dog. You found your sweet spot, most likely. It may not feel so sweet. Roll forward plank. In one piece. Shoulder blades move away from your ears. That's it. Drop your knees down, even if you're a master yogi. Legs are on a little bit of an angle. Lower halfway to a supported push-up just like this. Elbows slide right by your side body. You got it. That's it. Stop it right there. Re-straighten your arms, supported plank. Pause. Fix your eyes on something that's not moving. Lower halfway supported push-up. Less is more in this practice. Elbows by your side body. Re-straighten your arms, supported plank. One more for good luck. Halfway supported push-up. Elbows slide by your side body. Neck stays neutral. Re-straighten your arms. That's solid. Lift the knees, plank position. Hold plank. Hold plank. Hips go up and back, down dog. Walk your feet slowly to the top of the mat. You can take 22 steps. You can take 2. But arrive slowly. Long spine right here. If your hands don't make it to the ground, don't stress. They can rest into the front of your shins. Exhale, fold. Good. Root to rise. Come all the way up. Drag your hands to prayer. Drop your arms. Arms go straight up. Dive over bent knees, forward fold. Yeah, so you can practice with your feet together or separated. Either works. Long spine, set it up. You see how it feels. Step, step, plank, even if you've had a lot of coffee. Step, step, plank. You got it. Halfway to a push-up. Up dog or cobra. So you pick your poison. Everyone's bodies feel different. Press even through your hands, the tops of your feet. Hips go up and back, down dog. If back is sensitive, baby cobra is definitely a great start. Arms are straight. Look where you want to go. Step, step, float, top of mat. However you want to get there, it works. Long spine, fold. Root to rise, come all the way up, anchor. Drag it to prayer, drop your arms. Arms go straight up, get grounded. Dive over bent knees, forward fold. Long spine sets you up, 2 big steps. If you're feeling bouncy, you hop light to a low push-up, totally up to you. The up dog is smooth. Take your time in all parts of the vinyasa. Hips go up and back, down dog. Good. Deep breath in. Full breath out. Arms are straight. Look where you want to go. Step or float, top of mat. Get there light. Long spine. Fold. Root to rise. Come all the way up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. Arms go straight up. Keep moving. Dive over bent knees, forward fold. Let the head go. You got it. Long spine to set it up. Step, step, float. If you're going to float, bend elbows into that low push-up. That's it. Up dog. Let the shoulders drop down the back if you can. That was good. Hips go up and back, down dog. Each one starts to get better. At least that's the little, what we start to tell ourselves. Arms stay straight. Look where you want to go. Step or float to the top. Land light. Long spine. Fold. Root to rise. Come all the way up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. Again, just like that. Arms go straight up. Dive over bent knees. Forward fold. Let the head go. Long spine prepares you. Step or float. Vinyasa of choice. So adding or subtracting whatever you need. Yeah, some of us want 6 push-ups. You take 6 push-ups. Yeah. Down dog. There's no judgment. Yeah, that's it. Everyone does what works for them. Arms are straight. Let's do one more. Look where you want to go. Step or float. Top of mat. Long spine. Fold. Let the head go. Root to rise. Come all the way up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. Arms go straight up. Keep moving. Dive over bent knees. Forward fold. Let the head go. Long spine to repair. Step, step, float. Smooth through the transition to the up dog. Press even through the hands and the tops of the feet if it's available. Hips go up and back, downward facing dog. Roll forward to plank. Float the right foot an inch from the ground. This is not to torture you, just to align your pelvis and torture you. Point your right toes. That's it. Nice, Kristen. Hug your right knee in. Give it a good little squeeze. A little squeeze and scoop. Look forward with your eyes. There you go. Step your right foot forward and through. Be on your fingertips for a beat. Feel your right hip grip in and your back left leg zip up. Keep your stomach resting on your thighs. Reach your arms alongside your body and hover. Yep, so it's a low kind of setup. Shoulder blades slide down the back so the palms face down. Eyes of the shoulders get this little juicy lift. Good. Letting your right thigh bone kind of slide into the hip socket, start to lift the torso slowly up. And as you start to lift the torso slowly up, everybody soften your back left knee. Yes, soften your back left knee. Lengthen the tailbone, arms go straight up towards the sky. Yeah, so there's a softening of that back left knee, so the psoas starts to drop. It's harder for some of us to do because some of us are so used to just engaging that and firing up that muscle. Now from the glute and the hamstring, start to fire up that back left leg if it's available. Doesn't work for everybody, I get it. Let the right hip slide under. Good adjustment. Nice. Fix your eyes if you can. Hands to frame your front foot. Plank position. Hold plank or hold low push-up chaturanga, you pick. Revisit plank if you chose the push-up option. You're in plank. Hover the left foot an inch, just an inch. Point your left toes. That's it. Hug your left knee in, make it deliberate, smooth. Look forward with your eyes, land your left foot forward and through. Walk it over to the left just a tad. Come to the fingertips. Activate your back leg. Stomach's gonna rest on your thigh here. Yeah, it's a little bit of a different setup. Arms alongside your body, palms face down. What I want you to feel is your legs and the connection of your torso resting on your stomach, on your thigh. That's it. Eyes of the shoulders need to kind of scoop in and up a little, so there's a little squeezing. And then start to lift the torso slow. As the torso lifts, the arms swoop towards the sky, and then your back right knee is going to soften. So soften the right knee. That's it. It's a small movement. Yes. So even if it's just a little bit, then that side body is going to zip up. Then from the glute and the hamstring, start to fire it up with small movement to engage. Side ribs nice and long. Perfect. Shoulders drop down the back. So it's small things that we can make little adjustments and feel. Looks great, Liz. Left hip grips in. There we go. That's the call. Where are you? I'm hungry. I knew it was going to happen. Yeah. Hands to frame your front foot. Plank position. I've done the same thing for 23 years. I've taught Friday morning. No one's figured it out. Right. You're in a plank. Lower halfway to a push-up or hold plank. Re-straighten plank. Float the right foot an inch. You got it. Point your right toes. Hug your right knee in. Give it a good squeeze. Look forward with your eyes. Step your right foot forward. Walk it a snag to the right. Turn your back foot on a sharp angle. Don't come up. Same drill. Stomach is on your thigh. Arms are alongside your body. That's it. Palms face down. Right hip grips in. Back left leg zips up. Now this is a good setup. Root to rise, warrior one. When you come up to warrior one, make sure your back left toes are, that was a great adjustment, Sue. The back toes, if they turn more forward, then the left ribs can spin forward. That's it. And I'll just tell you a little secret. If your lower back ever feels a little off in this pose, does your back feel, that's probably from that crazy class you took. Right. So you could pitch your torso a little bit more forward, and that's going to get you out of that lower back, and that's going to get you more into your legs. Okay. Just so you know. Hands to frame your front foot, plank or low push-up chaturanga, you pick. And the same thing goes in a crescent lunge. You could still kind of play with that. Plank position if you went to the push-up. Good job. Float the left foot. Hug the left knee and give it a good squeeze. Look forward with your eyes. Step the left foot forward and through. Be on your fingertips. That's going to help. Good. Grip your left hip in. Turn your back foot on a sharp angle. Don't come up. Let your stomach rest on the top of that left thigh. Reach your arms alongside your body, palms face down. So it's like glue, guys. You're down low, and you feel like your stomach and your thigh are all one. The anchoring of your back right foot really is going to help you out here. Anchor, engage, and then start to rise. And as you come up with your torso, the arms lift. The right ribs spin. And then you play with like how the pitch of your torso needs to be. Maybe you're more straight up and down. Maybe you're a little more forward. Yeah. Shoulders relaxed down your back. It looks great. Left hip grips in. Feet anchoring. Your feet kind of trump the pose. All right, everyone got calm. Hands to frame your front foot, plank position. It takes a little sometimes. Chaturanga push-up for everybody, if you can do it. That would be awesome. Up dog pulls you through your body. Hips go up and back, downward facing dog. Look where you want to go. You can step, float, skip, crawl to the top. Long spine. Fold. Hit your first chair pose with as much enthusiasm as you possibly can. Your feet can be together or a little separated, totally up to you. Same drill, guys. Take your torso and come low. Now reach your arms back. So it's like a low position. Weights in your heels, stomach's on your thighs. Good. Then start to bring your arms up and forward and lift the side of your ribs up. Chair like this. That's it. Side of your body engages. I was just making sure you felt it today. Shoot up to stand up, drag it to prayer, drop your arms. Okay, from the top, let's loop it all together. Chair pose, sit heavy in your heels, but see if you can kind of recreate that feeling. Dive over bent knees, forward fold, let the head go. Long spine sets you up, step or float through your version. So some of us just want to step back to dog and take it all out. Totally works. Up dog is smooth, hips go up and back, down dog. The right foot lands, the back foot turns on your own pace, warrior one. Hands to frame your front foot through your version of a vinyasa, adding or subtracting push-ups or holding something longer. The left foot lands when you're ready. The back foot turns, rise, warrior one. Anchor and come up. To the floor we go through our vinyasa. You can even take baby push-ups. Up dog is smooth. Relax the shoulders down the back. Hips go up and back, down dog. Arms are straight. Look where you want to go. Step or float, top of mat, get there light. Long spine, fold in half. Heavy in your heels for chair. Let the shoulders drop down the back. That's it. Arms can open up a little wider if they feel tight. Shoot up to stand up. Drag it to prayer, drop your arms. Arms go straight up towards the sky. Heavy in your heels, chair, sit way back. Dive over bent knees, forward fold. Long spine to prepare, step or float through your version. Up dog is smooth, no jerky motions, that's it. Hips go up and back, down dog. Right foot lands, back foot turns, we're building some momentum, warrior one. To the floor we go through our push-up. Up dog is smooth. You got it, Sue, you're doing great. Hips go up and back, down dog. Left foot lands, back foot turns, rise, warrior one. To the floor we go. Adding in your push-ups. Up dog is smooth. Hips go up and back, down dog. Very nice, very even. Arms stay straight. Look where you want to go. Step or float, top of mat, get there light. Long spine, fold. Chair pose. Shoot up to stand up with energy. Drag it to prayer, drop your arms. We go again. Arms go straight up. Heavy in your heels, chair pose. Dive over bent knees, forward fold, let the head go. Long spine to prepare, step or float through your version. Light, up dog. Hips go up and back, down dog. Right foot lands, back foot turns. Rise, warrior one. To the floor we go, chaturanga. Nice work. It's so nice to be young. Left foot forward. I'm watching her, I'm like, she makes it look so easy. Everything hurts when we do it. Yeah. It's so painful. Hands to the floor. It doesn't matter. We're still going to do it. No one said we're not going to do it. It's just not going to feel the same. Up dog pulls you through. Hips go up and back, down dog. Let's step the right foot forward again, warrior one, because you did it so well. Warrior one. Yeah. Bring just your arms forward. Let's wrap the left arm underneath the right arm. Let's eagle our arms. Inhale the breath, open the heart and chest. Exhale, let's take humble warrior this way this morning just to get into our hip and our shoulders a little. For some reason this doesn't work. You could just give yourself a softer grip. What I need you to pay attention to is your right hip though. It's not jutting out. That's exactly it. Grip the right hip in. You could take it more like lackadaisical with your stomach resting on your thigh, or get a little more snuggly with your right shoulder coming to the instep. Looks great. Keep spinning the left ribs forward. Relax the head, the jaw, the face, the head, everything. Just drop it down. Feel your feet on the floor. Utilize your breath as it starts to fatigue. Anchor through your legs, start to bring your torso up. As the torso arrives up, unravel your arms. And this time the hands can come to this prayer up. That's it. Hug in. You can look up with your eyes a little. And then take it to the floor through a vinyasa. The up dog should be smooth if you're taking it on. Hips go up and back, down dog. Left foot lands, back foot turns. We rise together, warrior one. We hold this time. Good, just the arms come forward like a tray. If you think you screwed it up, do the arm you didn't wrap yet, but right arm underneath left arm. Yeah. Eyes open on the eyes of the shoulders lift, and then exhale, you fold. Fold, 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 you got it. And you pick, like maybe it's more your stomach resting on your thigh. That's great, Krista. Maybe you can get your shoulder in there, but pay attention to that back leg and your left hip. Grip it in. And then where's your breath? Because it's definitely going to help the pose. And as you hold, you start to feel more. 2 more breaths. You got this. Lift your torso. I got ahead of myself. Lift your torso way up, way up, way up. Then unravel your arms and bring them to a prayer over the top of the head. There should be this hugging in of the ribs. Hands to the floor, plank. Halfway to a push-up. Up dog, smooth. Hips go up and back, down dog. Come forward to plank. Lift the right foot an inch. Your right knee is going to slide to the back of your right tricep, but just in the general direction. Yeah, so it may not touch, it's just going in that direction. You got it. Your eyes stay looking forward. Your tailbone lengthening, your back left leg strong. Good, bring it to the center, straight in. Look forward with your eyes if you're not already doing so. Step your right foot smack in between your hands. Turn your back foot on a sharp angle. Circle open, warrior two. Yeah, feels like a dream come true. Warrior two, nice big yummy stance. Roll your right thigh open. So what I mean by that is the inner part of your right thigh rolls to the outside of your right baby toe. And it's good to look at your feet. Make sure your left toes are turning in just a little bit. Yeah, and that your feet are lined up. It's either heel to arch. Lengthen your tailbone. And if you get a little glimpse of yourself in that side mirror, don't get scared. Just iron out the arms and make sure you're not leaning. So it's enough evenness between your right arm and your left arm. Soften the shoulders down the back. Close your eyes and find a moment of stillness. Left ribs back, right ribs forward. That's it. The feeling is temporary. Hold it a little longer. You got it. You've done harder things, I'm pretty sure. Sit deeper. Yeah. So all I need you to do first is flex your palms like you're telling someone, stop. That's it. Yes, you did that well. So you're going to start to take your right hand and hover it to the instep of your right foot. Don't let that hand touch. So yes, so it's like a traditional Bikram pose, right? So you're sitting and you're hovering. And even if your arm's just up here, that's fine. You're hovering. The back of your right tricep presses to the instep of the right leg. Your arms are charged up. So you should feel your right hip gripping in, your bottom ribs turning. Okay, so now you can take it a little further. You can drop your fingertips to the floor or a block, or maybe your arm to the top of the thigh if that's where you are today. The top arm straight up or up and over. Go up and over first. Yep. The arm that's reaching up and over, that should be your left arm, guys. You could reach it straight up and take it behind your back now for a half bind. It's a good way to kind of set that up. It may not go all the way around. Don't get caught up. Keep turning your bottom ribs. Yep. And then where are you looking? Try and look up. That's it. More breath, more feeling, more excitement, more joy in the pose. You're holding a drop longer. Good things happen in the moments where we hold. Unravel your left arm, warrior two, pull it up. Warrior two, come back up. Sit a little deeper in this warrior two. Feel the length of the tailbone like you're sitting in a squat. Circle to the floor through a vinyasa. You've never been so happy. Chaturanga push-up's going to be amazing. And then the up dog feels fantastic. Hit down dog. We come forward to plank because we have to do the other side. Yep. Float the left foot an inch. Take the left knee to the back of your left triceps. What I want you to think about when you do this is that you're not really moving your hips so much. It's more you're working your core. Yeah. Because a lot of times I see people like winging it way out. Just drag it up. Good. And then hug it straight in. Awesome. Stay with it. Keep looking forward. Step the left foot smack in between your hands. Turn your back foot on a sharp angle. So get your feet anchored first and then take the cartwheel up, warrior two. Yeah, and now you don't have a mirror to kind of tell you, so I'll tell you. Spread across your body. You kind of have to feel that evenness. The left ribs forward, the right ribs back, the left knee rolling open, the right toes turning in a little bit on an angle. And then you find it. And then maybe close your eyes because it lets you drift off someplace awesome. Yeah. Doing great. Roll your inner thigh open. That's it. A small adjustment. And then utilize your breath to sustain the pose. Yeah. There's power from the ground up, from your feet all the way through the crown of your head. Okay, flex your palms. Flex them hard. Yeah, like you're telling someone to stop so they don't get run over by a car here. Yeah. Start to reach out with your left hand. Keep the shape and just hover. Even if it's just a little bit, you just create a little bit of that shape. Keep flexing that top hand though. That's it. The back of your left tricep has to anchor in there. Yes. The left hip grips, the bottom ribs turn, you look up. Feel your feet, feel the spreading open. Good. Now you'll let your fingertips touch the floor block, or maybe you'll bring your elbow up to the top of your thigh. Your right arm can reach up and forward to start. Yeah, so you're first getting that side body to open. A block is phenomenal underneath that left hand to give you a little bit of a lift. The back of the tricep continues to anchor in there to keep that hip opening. That right arm, you can reach it straight up and maybe wind it behind your back even a little bit. Halfway around works, hand to hip is setting the shoulder blade up. And then you steer your chest open. You grip your bottom hip in. That's it. And you breathe. Stay with it right here. A few more breaths. So you give yourself the opportunity to really find the posture. That's when the magic happens. Unravel that top arm. Use the length and the strength of that top arm and that back leg. Warrior two, pull it up. Take the bounce out. Warrior two. Lengthen, soften the shoulders. Breathe yourself open here. Circle it to the floor through your vinyasa. Pick what feels best. Up dogs, no up dogs, thinking about it. Downward facing dog is where we're going to meet. Downward facing dog is where we're going to meet. You're doing great. Step your right foot forward. Stay low to the ground. Smack in between your hands. We're going to find triangle from the ground up. So turn your back left foot on a sharp angle and grab anywhere across the front of your right shin, or utilize a block to the outside of your right calf. So triangle with straight legs. That's it. Yeah. Bottom ribs turn. Hey, and if it doesn't work, you come out of it and you reset. Nobody cares. It's just one way to get in. Let your shoulders slide down your back. Yeah, so a series of triangles in our body is what we're creating. If looking up doesn't feel good on your neck, you pick a different drishti point. We don't sweat the small stuff in here. Soften that front knee, guys, a little bit. Yeah. Back legs nice and powered up. Keep the left arm up if you can. Hand may need to drift to hip. We're going to step right up into our half moon. Yep, go right for it. Ardha Chandrasana, utilizing that same block if your hand is on it or reaching for it. I like the block on that high setting, but everybody's different. Looks great, Liz. Soften behind the right knee, everybody. Take your bottom right ribs and turn them. Look sideways, look up if it's available. Flex the left toes strong. Add in what you feel is appropriate in your practice. Binding, totally optional, but it's there if you'd like to take it. Grip your right hip in solid and strong. It's like standing up straight. Tadasana on that right side. I think of this pose as like your body has the opportunity to take a big yawn. You got it, Jode. Stay with it. If you took a bind, release. We're going to step back to triangle. So you have to do it slow and it's deliberate. It's powerful. It's a great transition. You can do it. Pull up anywhere across the front of that right shin. Yes, you reset that triangle pose. Anchor through your feet. Eyes are going to go to the floor. Hands are going to hit the ground. We're going to hit plank position. We're going to lean together on our left hand for Vashisthasana side plank. Modifying, you can drop your bottom knee. You can stagger your feet. You can stack them on top of one another. There's so many awesome ways to take this pose. Find something that you know you can hold and breathe in. You can add in a tree if you're feeling souped up, super excited. Yeah. Top arm can reach up and forward if you want a little more action through that side body and through your obliques. And the shaking is just, hello. It's just your body waking up. Here we go, guys. Plank position, slow. Chaturanga push-up, you can. Up dog is smooth. Hips go up and back, down dog. Step the left foot forward. Stay low to the ground. You're going to find your triangle. Turn your back foot on a sharp angle. Yeah, no time to think. Like, I'm just in it. That's it. Yeah, pick your distance. You could always come out of it. You can always use a block. Outside of calf is a good little sweet spot. Yeah. So the cue that I love to give in this pose, if your hand is on your shin, is that you're pulling your pant leggings or the skin up your leg. Yeah. So there's kind of this hooking and lifting. So you really get this openness of the chest. And there's less pressure on that bottom hand and less pressure on that bottom shoulder. There you go. Stay with it. Neck is neutral. Eyes can look to the floor if it's too much. Feet pressed down, firm. Seamless transition. Look down, step up in one piece. Ardha. The block moves forward, if you're using it, about 6-10 inches, depending on the length of your torso. And then I like to come to the fingertips just to remind myself to get out of that shoulder blade and to find that space. The bottom left ribs turn and you stack it open. Flex your right toe strong. Keeping that left foot forward is ideal. Ripping your left hip in. You got it. Adding in what you feel is necessary. Maybe nothing else is necessary. Maybe this is it for today. This is a good place to be. If you are binding, the foot goes behind you, so kick behind you. There you go. Stay with it. Not going to be perfect. Far from it. Regular half moon if you added any fun stuff in. Now, kind of visualize the triangle before you go for it, and then step back. Doesn't always work out. Triangle pose. Yeah. That's it. Pull up anywhere across the front of that shin, like a hook and a lift. Side ribs engage. Couple more breaths. You got this, guys. Anchor, feel those series of triangles in your body. Eyes to the floor, hands to the ground, step to plank, lean on your right hand for your favorite version of side plank, something you know you can hold here. Staggering your feet. Top arm can reach up and forward. Nice work. 2 more breaths. Hands to the earth, plank. Hold plank. Yeah. Drop to your forms, forearm plank. Yeah. Lengthen your tailbone, look forward with your eyes. Nice work, everybody. Lengthen your tailbone. Bring more weight forward. Awesome. Engage the abdominal wall to the back of your spine. Now, keeping your body in this line, one hand at a time, plank position. See if you can do it. Yes. Nice job. Hips go up and back, down dog. That was awesome. Look to the top of the mat. Step, crawl, get there light. Long spine. Fold. Root to rise. Come all the way up. Yeah. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. Stand on your right leg. Hug your left knee in. Give it a good squeeze. Yes, you can grab below the kneecap. If your balance is shitty today, this could be where it's at. Perfect. You're going to reach to the outside of that left thigh with that right hand and start to peel open. Now, for a lot of us, this is a really great way to kind of just find your balance, your alignment. If you'd like to move on for the full dancing Shiva, you'll reach down and grab the outside of that left foot with your right hand. The leg that you're standing on should be straight. The leg that's moving forward can be half bent. Doesn't have to be pinned straight. Most likely it won't. And then you want to peel your left arm back. And then in this case, it's okay to start to look back. A lot of times we don't like looking back too much because it takes the straightness out of our spine. But in this case, we should be straight up and down. Good. Stay with it. Stand up a little taller. Breathe that left palm open a little longer. Pull around to center. The leg's going to stay up. Even if it drops down and it's hovering, the arms are going to stay up. So even if it drops down, that's fine. But the whole body is very engaged. Anywhere you want your arms, warrior 3. I like them straight back. They can rest on blocks. Totally up to you. They can come to a prayer. They can be forward. That's the most challenging. Yeah. What we're looking for, though, is that our whole body aligns towards the floor. Soften the right knee a little bit and grip your right hip in. Eyes of the shoulders lift a little bit higher than everything else. Hands come to prayer if they're not already there. Left hand down to the floor or a block. Revolved Ardha Chandrasana. I like a block. Most of us need it. Come to the fingertips even on that block. Right hand can be on the flat part of your back. Go here. More over. Yep. That way your spine stays moving forward. Yeah. Good. And you could practice pointing your back toe, Holly, if you feel like that you've got a dead leg. Yeah. Yeah, I got 2 dead legs. And just, don't worry about lifting it as high. Just focus on the alignment. Look sideways, look up. If the right arm's able to peel open, go for it now. If not, just stay here. You're doing great, guys. A little more breath and you'll be less tortured. Right hand to the floor, feet together, top of mat. Long spine on the inhale breath. Exhale, fold into yourself. Sit into chair because we can't leave this out. It's good for you. Chair pose. Drag your hands to prayer. Feet could be together, a little separated. Inhale the breath. We're going to go the same direction towards me. You can air twist too, which means you don't have to hook so aggressively. Watch your feet, your shins, your knees. Make sure they're together and lined up. That's the first thing that starts to go. It generally comes from that hip. Sit back a little more. Open up your arms if you want a little bit more jazz, or just stay here. And where's the breath? Chair pose. Pull it around. Heavy in your heels. Look forward. Shoot up to stand up. You made it. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. One side done. Check. Okay. Stand on your right leg and drag your left knee up. Your other leg. Stand on your left leg and drag your right knee in. Yeah, if you think you screwed it up, just do the side that feels like it hasn't been done yet. So grab below the kneecap, and then slide your hand to the outside of that right side with the left hand and peel your right arm back. It's always a good idea to start basic and then add on. Reach down and grab the outside of the foot if that's available to you this morning. The standing left leg should be straight. The leg that's moving forward can have as much bend as it needs. Grab out. Can you grab outside? Yes, and then peel. What did that class do to you? Bad things. Bad things. Ooh, we have to unravel. We have to go backwards. Just kidding. Good things, but it just hurts. I got it. Stand up a little taller. Flex your foot. Yeah. Couple more breaths. You're doing awesome. Pull around to center. Arms up, leg up. See if you can lift the leg straight. Forward, 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 forward. Lift it up a little higher. Arms active, core engaging. Keep the lift of the leg anywhere you want your arms, and then feed back warrior three. I like to bend this left leg. Yes. And then the whole torso has to pivot towards the ground. Even your fingertips on blocks, that's fine, Sue. Use 2 blocks to start and just kind of align yourself. Yeah. Side ribs long, that's it. So enough forward that your torso is long. And I'm gonna just give you one little adjustment so we can get you. Yeah, so there's a turning of this thigh. Perfect. That's it. And then hands to prayer, we set up for the revolved version of Ardha. So the right fingertips stay down, the left hand comes to the flat part of the back, and then you lift that back leg and we begin to twist. And if that leg still feels kind of like it's just hanging out behind you, you can try activating by pointing your toe. Sometimes that gives you a little more lift. The hand staying on the flat part of your back is always a good idea. Yeah, top arm open is kind of the icing on the cake. Rinsing and twisting here. Left hand to the floor, feet together. Long spine, keep it deliberate. Exhale, fold, chair pose. Drag the hands to prayer. Inhale the breath, hook and twist towards the mirror. Watch the right knee because it wants to slide past. Weights in your heels. Yeah. Look sideways, look up. Open your arms if you want more. You got it, guys. 2 more breaths. Chair pose, pull it around. Heavy in your heels, chair. Really sit, chair pose, chair pose. Sit so much you hit the ground. For Navasana, grab your block. Yeah. So arms are gonna be forward. Legs can be a little bent. Yeah, your core engagement here. You're gonna lower to low boat. Yep, arms are gonna reach back with the block. Neck stays neutral, or you could drop it down. And you're gonna crunch up with the block, so it's like a little jackknife. And then you're gonna lower back down slow. You pick a distance that works for you. Maybe you don't lower as much. And then bring it back down. Good. And then bring it back up. You got it. Like a jackknife. We're doing construction here. Keep the shoulder blades lifted. Keep the lower back spreading. Yep, give it another 5. Aren't you having fun? 4. You're like, when is she leaving for her trip? So we cannot do this. 3. For 2. And then 1. Hold on the up. Bend your knees. Block forward. Pull up boat. Block forward. Yep. Eyes of the shoulders lift. I find when you keep the block forward like this, it keeps you in it. Drop the block down. Thank gosh. Cross the ankles. Step, float, crawl. We'll talk again in like 10 years. You'll be like, okay, I'm ready. Chaturanga. Let's go. Up dog. Hips go up and back, down dog. Don't leave out crescent lunge with a twist. Step your right foot forward. Rise. Yeah. Last standing pose, I think. Drag your hands to prayer. We'll see how you do. Eyes of the shoulders. Keep them lifted for a second. Perfect. Lean way out. Hook the elbow and twist. I mean, you're ready for this. You may be tired, but you're ready for it too. It's going to be easier if you lift your back heel. That is not an incorrect way to take it, but this one probably feels better. Yeah, easier on your low back. Yeah, and you can always modify this too. Your back knee can drop. Jode, how you doing? You're doing awesome. Lean back a little bit. Get the crown of the head to line up with that back heel. If you want to open up your arms, go for it. Grip your right hip in. A little bit more breath. Hands to frame your front foot. Anyone want a hop switch? You could do it. Liz can do it. Hop switch. Switch legs. Hop. There you go. She did it. Rise, crescent lunge. You did it. It's one of those things that you think you can't do, and then you're like, actually, I think I could do it. Drag the hands to prayer. Lean way out. Hook the elbow, and then twist. High in the ball of that back foot, or back out and drop your back knee. Yep. Make sure your feet are set. So sometimes if the stance gets too narrow, it's hard to balance. Open up your arms if you want more. Scoop up that left hip a little, guys. Scissor it in and activate your back leg. Last few breaths. Hands to frame your front foot. Pause and give it one more hop jump if you can, or just switch the leg. That's it. See, it wasn't so bad. Plant the palms and feed your right leg up and back, three-legged down dog. Now come forward and drag your right knee towards your right wrist for half pigeon. Yeah, it was the easiest way I could get you there. Half pigeon. If this doesn't feel good, let me know. We can find an alternative. Yep. Always speak up when it comes to stuff like this. You can make a little pillow for yourself. Yep, fold in. Switch. Go through a down dog. Breathe the left leg up and back to get your leg forward and through, just to be consistent. And then land half pigeon left side. Yeah. Perfect. And then melt into this side. Great. And two sides of the body are never exact, so this one could feel different. Yeah, you can make a little pillow with your arms and let your forehead rest on that. Sometimes that offers a little bit of comfort. Five more breaths. Enjoy it. Use the strength of your body, start to come up. You lean onto your left side and swing your right leg forward. Yep. Both legs are going to come forward. Take the block on the medium setting towards the next to the right calf. Flex your feet. So think Dandasana, hands press firm. And this is your best version of sitting up straight. Shoulders draw down the back. So this is a hip flexor and core exercise. Just try your best. You're going to lift your right leg up around the block. Yeah. And then bring it back in. And you want to zip up, because what we don't want is to lean back and have bad postural form, especially after this. Yep. Try it again. Lift it up. and bring it back. Lift it up, bring it back. Zip it up, because as you fatigue, you want to sink. Yeah. Woohoo! Yep, you start to feel it. Give me 2 more. Press down. Come back to center. Good work. Take the block over. Let's try the other side. Press. Firm it up, zip it up, and then float it over. You got it. And then bring it back over. Perfect. It's a good one. Back over. Flex. Lift. Kristen, you got good at this. Yeah. Focus on the things you can do. Yep. Give me 3 more. Zip it up. 2 more. 1 more. Good. Arms up. You can have the block in between your feet. Exhale the breath. Fold. Yeah. Fold. Paschimel. Vertebrae by vertebrae, lower yourself down onto your back. Set up for 2 back bends. So we started the practice kind of in a back bend. So you may feel like you're just ready to rip roar and move into your full wheel, which is cool. Maybe that's not in your practice and you need to modify. Take a block and slide it underneath your low back, or 2 blocks. One can go under each foot. Yes. It's the same setup. Try that too. I like this a lot because it really opens up the lower back. Here, try it this way first, and then we can go to that. We're gonna do 2 sets. Go now, guys. So it's the same version. Your feet are just on the blocks. Fingertip, yeah. It opens everything up. It feels great. Nice. If you're up in a full wheel, beautiful. Turn your thighs down and under. You got it. Nice, Holly, that's great. Exhale the breath, lower down unless you're on a block and you're hanging out. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. You want more badass one? Yeah, you're ready. All right, let's go. Find what works for you. You don't have to go up into full wheel. If that feels good in your practice, please do so. Repeat. Nice. What you're feeling is space from tailbone to back to knees, feet forward, inner thighs dropping down and under. So after all this work that we did throughout the practice, you want to keep that openness. Exhale the breath, lower down. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Give them a big squeeze. Reach for the outer blades of your feet for a happy baby. Pull the knees down around the rib cage. Yeah, you got it. It's a goofy pose. Yeah. And then just hug the knees in and just drop them over to the right upper body of the left, just for a very basic supine twist. I like this because it neutralizes. If there's a special way you like to take it, please do so. Just neutralizing your spine. And then roll up to center and just drop it the other way. Sometimes you have to scooch your hips a little out of the way. Yeah, move all the blocks out of the way. Perfect. Great, then come up to center and find your way to Shavasana, complete rest. Complete rest. For the next 2 minutes, it's a gift to you. The master pose. Rest. Big full breath in. Loud, complete exhale, breath out. If you like finishing your practice in a laying down position, just ignore me. If you're ready to re-enter the world, you'll bring your arms up over the top of the head and give yourself a really big stretch, like you're just waking up. Hug the knees in towards the chest. And rock up any way that suits your body. The final moments of the practice, just feel. Keep your eyes closed. Hopefully you feel much lighter, freer, calmer. Hands to prayer. Bow your head for a second. Have some gratitude. They say it's the best attitude. Lift the head, open the eyes. Namaste. Go out there, have an awesome afternoon. It's going to be very, very hot, so please hydrate yourselves. Hopefully this makes it feel a little less intense. Please let me know if you have any questions about anything